My name is Justin. For the past few months, I've been working as one of electionWIRE's project coordinators. I'm standing here in Sydney, but if you couldn't tell by my accent, I'm from America. Don't worry, I'm not here to tell you how sweet it is there. I'm actually taking quite a liking for Australia. Being here during the election has been pretty cool for me. I became politically conscious and engaged during the historic Obama election campaign, and although some things never changed in politics, like all the finger pointing and the cat fighting, I am also noticing a lot of differences, especially when it comes to using the internet as a tool for involvement and engagement. In the last American election, the internet played a huge role in getting people involved and informed, so I'm curious to know what Australians think about the internet's role in this election. It had a really big deal in the American election. How big of a deal do you think it's been in this election?
Not that big, because it's faked. We all know that they're not the ones who are doing their tweets. We know they're not the ones doing their Facebook updates. There was a big corker where one of the opposition leader members said something that he thought was private and actually tweeted it and told the world, and they went, whoops. But for the younger people, I think it's more mobilising people in their own thought processes rather than the election campaign being able to use it.
The internet's such a major source of information nowadays. Everyone's relying on it. It's not like 20 years ago it was all newspaper and television, radio, that kind of thing. And you can really see that politicians have been utilising social networking sites and video sites like YouTube to spread what they're preaching to the public. And it's really important to get the youth involved, and I think that's one of the ways I think they'll get the youth involved in what they're trying to do.
I don't really think I've noticed them using the internet as much as they could do.
Yeah.
It's a lot of television advertising I've noticed more than any internet things, so probably not too much, I'd say.
Although it might not be a big deal in the city, people here in Central Australia might find the internet to be a larger issue, especially when considering the national broadband network. I thought it'd be interesting to go around to ask Central Australians what they thought about this.
I think people in remote areas such as Alice Springs are used to having lack of resources, whether it's health, education, in this sense, broadband access. So yeah, we're used to it. We've always lived with it. I guess I think that it could be better. It would be great to have a more effective broadband network. But I definitely think it could be spent in better areas such as health.
I don't think it's been overly useful for any election. So I use the internet fair, but I haven't seen anything about our local politicians or anything. So maybe they could use it a bit more because everyone's on Facebook all the time. But none of them are using it at the moment, really.
You think it's more of a problem with the politicians reaching out to the youth than it is to the youth having access and to get engaged?
Yeah, I think they're the ones who should be trying to put more on there, because it's definitely easy to get onto.
Although the internet might not be as big of a game changer in Australia as it was in America, its importance will only grow in future elections. As the number of internet users continues to grow and our tech-savvy generations get older, it will be interesting to see if Australians and future politicians follow this trend.